James is playing around with new StreamYard settings. So if you're watching on normal computer, you'll get the usual delightful faces, but you'll not be able to see if you're on like a handheld device. It's horrific.
There's
it's
two
a
people
horror
watching.
show.
I don't know if they're both the same or there's two people on each. I'm not sure. But it's super zoomed in. It's like...
Look at that state of that. Anyway, here we are again to talk all kinds of spooky horror shit. We've got Ash in the chat.
Hey.
Nice to see you, Ash. Hope you're doing well, pal. Mr. Keegan. It's a while since we've done one of these.
Halloween was our last one, and I'm not here next week, so we wouldn't have got one out for November if we didn't do it tonight. So here we are. It's actually been quite quiet the last few weeks, but there's a couple interesting bits anyway to talk about.
Yeah, lots of good stuff to talk about as usual. So, ladies and gents, we are going to experiment with this new StreamYard setting. So we'll see how it looks. Mr. Keegan, shall we make a start?
Let's do it. Okay, I'm just hang on.
You press some buttons, James.
There we are. Okay, we're gonna be like this because it looks better on the other.
You can only see my mouth. You can only see my mouth. Bollocks to that. Why, Matt? You go at the top. You go at the top.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just.
Your head's more squashed. Do you know what I mean?
There we are.
Yeah, buy you fill that full frame, don't you? Look at your cheeks. Anyway, here we are again to talk all kinds of spooky shit and horror malarkey, and we're going to start off with a bit of Brendan Fraser.
So we have a new Mummy movie is happening, The Mummy 4. We talked about this a little bit on your thing, but for people that don't watch over there, the one of you probably there is. I'm a huge fan of the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies. I'm very, very excited about this. Radio Silence is directing, so they are the creators of the Scream movies, the newer ones, and Ready or Not. So I think that's a really good director duo to handle this. So you excited about this, Pete?
I am. I'm a big fan of the original Mummy. Well, the first two movies in particular. I think the third film drops the ball significantly, doesn't it? But the first two movies are excellent. And I love me a bit of Brendan Fraser. I really do. So, very pleased to see him coming back.
Yeah, so he came out at there was a marathon screening of the three movies. And he came out dressed as Rick O'Connell, and he looks great. Like, he actually looks like, I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. Like, he'll slot back into that. I'm sure it's going to be a passing the mantle kind of movie anyway, but like, I'm seeing him in the costume, I'm just like, cool. I'm stoked about this. This will be good.
And do you think he's going to be back kind of in the action hero thing, or is he going to be in a mentor role, do you think? Because he is, he's getting on a little bit now, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd say. I don't want a Indiana Jones situation where. Yeah. And I know he's like got another 30 years until that'll be the case, but. I think he'll probably be a younger actor, kind of taking the lead, and he'll be the mentor, maybe a son character or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, good. All for it. Still think, slightly diverting from the horror side of things, it's an absolute crime we didn't get to see Brendan as Firefly in the Batgirl movie.
Isn't
that could have been superb.
Yeah, that would have been great. I'm really bummed. I'm sure like some footage of that will come out at some point, I would bet.
Yeah, we've seen pictures of him in costume, and we had Keaton back as Batman, so it's criminal that we've not seen that. Criminal. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Bit of Freddy. Yes.
Robert Englund has got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, so I think that's quite nice. Feels a bit overdue, as such a pop culture icon.
Oh, you on? I lost you there for a second.
Yeah.
You said he was a pop culture icon.
Icon, yeah. That was the end of the sentence.
Oh, good.
So yeah, like a pop culture icon. It's kind of surprising he didn't have one up until now, but it's cool to see that he's got one anyway.
I'm just going to say it. Robert Englund, to me, doesn't look like he's aged in the last 20 years. He's always just looked the same to me.
Yeah, he pretty much, you go back to, the, because I watched a lot of, documentaries and interviews and stuff over the years, and, this looks like he did in 2003 when he was doing the press for Freddy vs. Jason or whatever, so, he looks good.
Yeah, looks superb. Do us a favour, ladies and gents. If you're in the chat watching, just drop us a hi, because we're trying something new tonight. We're trying this this kind of streaming on multiple platforms. And Mr. Keegan, I don't know if you've noticed, but reviews are like jumping from 2 to 24 to 5 to 6 to 15.
It's as people are scrolling.
I haven't got a freaking clue. So if you are watching, please just give her a little hiya in the chat. That would be lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Sorry, there was another bit about that. He has talked about. He said he wants to do an animated Nightmare on Elm Street project, and I'm like, yeah, do that. I think Bruce Campbell said something similar about an Ash, and I think they are doing an Ash thing.
An animated Ash versus Freddy would be very cool, wouldn't it? If we could get something
just
like that.
fucking do that. Like, why don't they? You know, like I would, but I think Nightmare on Elm Street could work really well in an animated form. You can like do whatever you want to do then with the dream sequences and shit. So I'd be definitely up there.
No, that would be very cool. Very, very cool. I ain't got a clue. Who's this?
This is Carl Gallner. You might recognize him from Smile.
Oh, he's the
cop
gets killed in the second one, doesn't he? At the start. Is that him?
In the amazing opening sequence for that movie. Where he gets killed. So he is teaming up with Radio Silence for a monster movie called Man Versus. So he's written it with them, and they're producing it. So it is, I have the blurb here. So the synopsis reads, betrayed and left to die in an unforgiving Rocky Mountain winter, an injured gold rush miner, played by Gallner, must use everything at his disposal to survive the elements, wild animals, and a looming ancient danger, far more terrifying than anything he could imagine.
Oh, you should do voiceover work. That was very good. Ash, there was a graphic novel, Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, that would work for animation. Yeah, that would be cool. I would enjoy that.
It's really good.
Yeah. That sounds interesting, bud. That sounds quite interesting. Quite keen to see that.
I love Carl Gallner. Like, I think he's an awesome actor, and so I like to see him. And like, it's cool that he's doing some writing as well. I always like to see when actors kind of branch off into other things like that. So, I mean, I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. Probably be a year or so away.
Don't know why, but on my TV screen for you guys, it's tiny, like a small box in the center of the TV. We're trying something different tonight. We've got this dual screening thing, so it might be that you're watching on shorts rather than on the normal channel.
No. So it's because we look smaller because I have a smaller, so we fit on the phone screen. Because if we go into I'll just demonstrate for everyone. If we go into the normal, No,
that's horrific.
God, where is it? There. If you go into normal, we're cut off. It's on the phones. Whereas if we do this one, we're a little bit smaller, but we fit on the phone screens. So that's why. Listen, this will probably be the only time we ever do this, guys, so just bear with us.
Technology. Yeah. Gizmo, what's the crack? What's Gizmo going on?
This, I don't think we've talked about this yet. This was announced a couple of weeks ago. Gremlins 3 is like officially happening.
I thought we talked about that months ago. Was Gremlins 3 not
there was
talked
rumors,
about
there was talks, but it's officially been announced now. It's scheduled for December 2027. Christopher Columbus is directing it, so he wrote the first one at least, but Joe Dante directed the first two. So he's stepping in to direct this now, so I think that's quite exciting.
Okay. That's interesting. I mean, I'm all for. I was sure we talked about this a while ago, but yeah, I'm all for another Gremlins movie. I wonder if they're going to go horror or if they're going to go a bit more silly, shall we say, like Gremlins 2 went.
Well, we talked about this because we've done I'll Be Right Back on both movies. We talked about how like those movies have a bit of an edge. Like kids' movies back then had a bit of an edge to them. I feel like they wouldn't do now. So I would hope that it would be kind of a little bit crass and a little bit like it would be a 15s or something. But I'm doubtful. I'd say it will probably be like a PG. Get the kiddies in, sell some Gizmo plushes.
Yeah. That'll be cool. I mean, like I say, I'm a big Gremlins fan, so happy to watch anything from that universe. I've been reading a graphic novel like I've told you about called Gremlin. They can't use the Gremlins for copyright, but it's set during World War II. Gremlins, set during World War II, which is absolutely spot on. Really enjoying it. I have a car freshener for Gremlins at Jack in the Box now, which was random but cool. I love that. I love that. That's a great idea. I'd get a Gizmo. Oh, I hope it's furry. You give it a little tickle, couldn't you? A little tickle.
What would it smell like?
It would smell like Christmas. Pine. The Gizmo one would smell like pine. Yeah.
I'd like a spiced apple or something. That'd be nice.
Of course you would, pervert. Orphan.
Orphan 3 has begun filming. Peter, have you seen the other two? You watched these?
I I don't. I think I might. Is the first Orphan where she's a Russian adult who's pretending to be a kid? Is that
Yes.
Orphan? Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Okay.
Enjoyed the first one.
The second one is a prequel, which is funny because it was made like 15 years later, and that actress is an adult.
Jesus.
And looks like an adult.
Yeah.
But they don't CG her or anything. Like she's just in it as young Esther. And then so they're filming the third one. I'm not sure if this is a prequel or a sequel. She dies at the end of the first one, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right.
Yeah, in the ice, isn't she? I'm sure
Yeah,
she gets killed.
who knows how they'll bring her back or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's begun filming now. The main actress shared like a little TikTok dance of like guess who's back or something like that. Again, she just looks like a woman. So to buy that she's like a kid in getting adopted by a family is sort of a bit odd.
Okay. This jewel thingy is causing chaos. My good pal Damien sent us a picture of what will look like on his TV, and we're like midgets. Don't know what's going on here. We're trying something different, and I'm not sure it's working. Super Sorrel, hey guys, nice to see you, pal. Oh, it sounds like you're watching the mobile version of the live, maybe. They're streaming in both formats.
So that must be. So if you click out, go into our channel, there's the regular version is there. They're both side by side. But one just shows up on shorts, and the other one is, listen. It's an experiment.
So I'm very confused. Okay. So is this going out as a short as well?
So people scrolling through the shorts feed will come up now in the live section. So that's why it's jumping randomly to 20 something, because it's showing up on people's phones. But then on our channel we have two streams. There's the phone one and the regular one.
I only see my comments.
It was a new feature, man. It's worth trying these things out.
James got excited. He pressed some buttons.
I pressed some buttons. I was like,
we
I
don't know what the shit is
too
happening.
much, really.
Yeah.
So
Sorrel knows how to do this stuff. Sorrel should be sending her a lesson on how to do it. But yeah, never mind. I'll not be trying it on Tuesday night. Put it that way.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so Predator, Badlands. So Dan Trachtenberg was talking a little bit about the making of the movie, and he said that originally it was going to be Naru, was going to be like the companion character for Drek in it.
Okay.
Which I'm kind of sad we didn't get now, because I love Naru so much and I want that character back. But I'm like, as much as I like Thea in the film,
yeah, it would be a totally different film, but
yeah,
because Naru is a badass. Do you know what I mean? She's like a warrior. That wouldn't have worked having the two of them. I think being warriors at the start.
Yeah, because Thea's like a kind of comic relief a little bit. Isn't she? Yeah, like she's quirky and stuff. But like, 100% it would have been a completely different film. But I just like the idea of like Naru teaming up with a predator sounds like a really fun.
I didn't click. So at the end of this film, maybe I'm just didn't click, and we get the line of "Oh, it's my mother." I get that, but then everyone's saying that that's the ship from the animated show. Is that right? I didn't register that.
I've not seen that, so that's possible. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, did you get the spoiler? It's the ship from the end of the animated movie." I didn't pick that up at all. I just picked up that it was his mum coming.
But that's the ship with the human characters on it. Then.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah,
timeline wise, that would
yeah
make sense. They probably take place around the same time.
Yeah,
because it is a few hundred years in the future.
I can see Sorrel's comments now. I clicked on the live from the profile from the start and no idea what's happening. Chaos, Ash. Bloody chaos. That's what's happening. Technology. Biles to it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. More Badlands stuff. Good stuff. Love that movie.
We'll talk about it. We have a slide for it later to talk about our thoughts on it. Alien Earth has been renewed for season 2 to nobody's surprise.
Well, I'm just surprised it took so long to renew it.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has the show been finished now? A couple of weeks? 3-4 weeks?
A couple months, I think, at this stage, isn't it?
It seems like it's taken ages for them to say, yeah, we're going to do something else.
When you end on such a blatant, aggressive cliffhanger, to not confirm a season 2 immediately is just a very strange decision.
I would have just assumed that they'd already started work on season 2 ages ago. Do you know what I mean? Because I would imagine these shows take a long time to pull together.
So I think you said they filmed during COVID. So that was a long time to produce that then.
I saw Aid Edmondson talking about how when they were filming, he was like the dad figure for the kids in it. because they were all in a hotel and it was during COVID and they couldn't get to see the family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was the start of filming or what, but Crisis Over, back on full screen. Have you watched Shelby Oaks yet? No, I haven't. I haven't seen
yes,
that one.
I have a slide for that later. I'll talk about my thoughts on that one.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Cool. You don't give a shit about scary movie.
Couldn't give a flying fuck.
I'm very excited for this because this. I love the first two scary movie films, and they just went rapidly downhill after the Wayans brothers left it. So this is feels like this is going to be a return to form. A lot of the original movies cast, the first two movies cast, are back. So particularly Chris Elliot is announced that he's coming back. So he's in. You've seen the second one, have you?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
Haven't seen any of them. Okay, so he plays like a weird butler guy in the second
With
movie.
the small hand, the Jeremy Beadle
with
hand.
the weird hand, right? Yeah. And so he's back in it, and apparently he's going to be like a play on Longlegs. He's going to be doing like a Nick Cage Longlegs thing. So I'm like, that's fun. Okay. But just seeing pretty much the entire first movie's cast is back in this. Sherry O'Terry as well is back in it. She's the kind of Gail Weathers character.
I mean, I've just never given this series a fair go. So I don't know why it's just never appealed to us. I can't stand the way. Was it the Wayans brothers?
Yeah.
Can't stand them.
No.
Can't stand them. But I'll give this a go. I will give it a go.
Well, we'll probably do the first movie at least for. I'll be back when this is coming out. I'd be curious to see your thoughts on it because it's very pretty much just slasher movies like Scream, Summer Parties, all that. And I typically don't like parody movies. But that one just tickles me for some reason. I think it's just because I love the genre and it's doing so much.
I think my perception, because I am a very, very angelic kind of guy, my perception was it was very much a drug-based movie. And that's why I probably kept away from it at the time.
No, there's a stoner...
that's just not my kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what
there's a stoner character in it. And so there's a couple of weed jokes with him, Shorty. That's one of the Wayans brothers plays him. But other than that, it's not like overly... It's not like a Jay and Silent Bob thing,
Yeah. We'll give it a go.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Yeah, so Ruben Fleischer, who directed the first two Zombieland movies, he also did Venom and Uncharted, is doing Zombieland 3. He said that they're going to work on Zombieland 3. It's going to be around 2029, he said. It'll be around when they get around to it, when it'll be coming out. So I love the first movie, like a lot. And when I went to see the second, I wanted for years them to do a sequel. And then when the sequel came out, I thought it was Yeah, I was really disappointed.
I don't remember being blown away by the sequel at all. I loved the first one, but number 2, that Double Tap, I think it's called, didn't really blow us away. So are all of the original cast coming back?
I would assume so. The main 4 would be back for if they all survived. I quote something from Scary Movie franchise almost every day. Yeah, there's some good lines in there. So, that's a good one. They're a cast that work really well together. I think they're 4 great actors. Even in the second one, I don't remember that much. I remember there was this kind of silly girl in a pink tracksuit or something like this, kind of clueless girl kind of thing that followed them around and shit. I don't really remember much about what the story was.
Which
or anything.
is it? Am I muddling me films up here? Is the second one of these where it ends where they're going to a hippie commune thing and one of them's got to jump off a thing and grab a crane or something at the end? Am I making that
hippie commune sounds familiar.
Yeah.
There's a hippie commune.
And there's a giant tower thing and they herd all the zombies.
Yes.
And I think someone runs and jumps and all the zombies fly off or something.
Yeah, that's the second.
Yeah, I remember thinking it was a bit naff.
Fun fact, this is the movie that made me really want to try Twinkies. And I tried a Twinkie.
I beg your pardon?
I really wanted to try Twinkies.
Oh, the confectionery item.
As opposed to what?
I don't know. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Twinkie, Peter.
Okay, fair enough.
Because, there's a thing in the first movie about he really wants a Twinkie and then he finds a truck of Twinkies.
The shit. It's just
they're
nothing.
awful. They're so bad. They're
You just eat it. It's like air. There's nothing to it. I can eat about
instead.
30 of them and not feel anything. So
Yeah.
So all I've learned from that is James like Twinks. Okay. Moving on. First Omen.
So I see Twinks. Okay, yeah. I've always wanted to try one.
You dirty boy.
Couldn't even get that out. So this is our Arkasha Stevenson. So she is the director of the First Omen. She is signed on with A24 to do a new movie. Cast is looking really good. Emma Corrin, do you know, from Deadpool Wolverine. She plays
Oh yeah, yeah.
the villain in that. Hunter Schafer from Euphoria is in it. Josh Hutcherson from Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be in it as well. So reportedly, it centers on a bachelor party that spirals into terror. So that's all the kind of information we have at the moment. Ari Aster is producing as well. A24 has a great track record. You know, they're more hit than miss, and I think the First Omen was an incredible film.
Yeah, I loved the first
I'm
one.
excited to see now what she's going to do next. So I'm looking forward to this.
I was surprised at how much I enjoyed the First Omen. Actually, I thought it was really strong. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. A couple of people in the chat. Excuse me, Connie. I've never seen a single Zombieland movie. I'd watch the first one, Connie, and avoid the second. Zombieland 1 is amazing. Zombieland 2 is shite. I think the only bonus to Zombieland 2 is that the one where we get the outtake at the end of Bill Murray going wild in a shopping centre or something.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dublin Horror Con.
Yeah, so I was at this last weekend. So there's a video on the channel. I did a little vlog about it, but I just thought I'd talk a little bit about it in here when we're here. So yeah, it was. So it was. We were at Dublin Comic Con a couple of years ago together. So it's quite feels quite similar, like in the same amount of stalls and everything.
Can I just interrupt you just for a second, just for casual viewers watching?
Okay.
That's not me in the bottom. I haven't just grown a beard. Right? That's not me. So I was not at this convention. That's James's other pal, Jeff.
I got the,
right?
the younger
not me with a
model in
beard.
for-
Yeah, not me with a beard.
yeah. So Jeff tagged along with me. He had a great time. He was loving that he was in the video because he always loves a shout out. So there he is. I got that throw him in the live show as well. So yeah, very similar to Dublin Comic Con, same kind of vendors, but you have like the horror stuff is definitely front focus there. Some really cool set stuff. So like there was the Art the Clown kind of dummy. There was like a Pennywise in a drain. There was like a Predator backdrop thing that was quite cool. So that was really cool. There was a giant like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, like an inflatable one that just kind of like you could see from anywhere in the like main hall. I thought that was quite cool. I only dipped into one of the panels for like 2 minutes because it was just like in a makeshift tent, basically. But it was the guy from Saw, you know, the kind of the Hoffman from Saw. So he was there giving a panel. He was saying his character is coming back in some form, but he can't say it. But he did say it on the stage. Basically, they just sometimes just spoil shit up on the panels, don't they?
It must, to be fair, it must be so hard when you've been in a film and you've filmed it and all the rest of it to remember what you can and can't talk about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would just not want to talk about anything really. I'd be like, can we just talk about what's been released? Yeah. But yeah, no, it was small. I wouldn't say you need to go for more than a day unless you were doing lots of autographs and panels and stuff. Guest lineup was pretty good. Jason Patrick was there. Damien Leone was there. The director of Terrifier. David R. Thornton was there. He did a kind of in costume photo op, and we got a glimpse of him kind of walking out of the makeup room. So that was quite cool to see, like Art the Clown there. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. Like I'd recommend it. I'm looking forward to going next year. Hopefully they move because it was a little bit out of the way. It was kind of towards the airport instead of the city center. So if they put it in the convention center in the city, that would be handy.
Yeah. I'm loving that set that Jeff's at, mind. I love the severed spine. I think that's very cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And there was like a hanging thing above him you can't see in the photo.
How dare you? How dare you? My breasts are much more pert than that. You know that. Yeah, everybody's commenting on my chestage.
You'd look good in a Melina outfit.
Well, you don't say that. You know what I'm like? I could do that. I have no shame. Yeah. No shame. You've seen us in a red leotard.
When Mortal Kombat comes out, you should do a little Melina fucking cosplay or something for the review. That'd be great. I love that. Yeah. So yeah, Dublin Comic Con, good time. Like if anyone, you know, I wouldn't say fly over for it, but it's a cool one. Like it's, you know, it is just hard because like For the Love of Horror is so much more kind of like eventful, I guess. You know. Great.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
Triple GOF coming.
OnlyFans. Why not? Yeah. Good stuff.
So onto the merch. I'm very excited. I thought I was done with Funkos. And they bastards had to go and show these off. So we have a Last of Us set coming out. Joel, Tommy, Ellie, and a clicker. There's also, I think, like a chase, like a bloodied up Joel. But I'll probably just go for these 4. So yeah, I'm happy to be getting these another clicker. That'd be cool. Any opinion, Peter?
Shit.
Shit.
No. If you like Funkos, yeah. The clicker looks cool. I do like the clicker. I find the human clickers. I know you've got a lot of attachment to the characters, but I find the human Funkos just quite dull. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas the clicker looks pretty interesting. I quite like that. That's pretty cool.
I think that it's the black eyes and the like they don't have a mouth.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I, to be honest, like don't really like the aesthetic of Funkos. It's just that they hate them. They just make everything that I like. So it's just an easy way to collect characters that you like for 15 quid or whatever,
Yeah, not the best. What in the shit is that?
So this is a weird one. So this is a pearl Christmas tree topper. I think as a play on the "I'm a Star" line.
Yeah, I like that actually.
This is from. It's a funny one, isn't it? So this is A24 song. This is on their website. So same website got your
bong. Let's be honest,
the
bong
from the Talk to Me bong.
That was an interesting conversation with my daughter. Dad, why has your friend bought you a bong? Anyway,
I mean,
moving on.
I didn't know it was a bong at the time. I thought that it was a little candle port or something like that. I don't know. I didn't think it through. But this is a funny idea, isn't it? Like they do.
I love that.
I'd be tempted to get that for my tree. It is 50 quid, which is like for a little woolly thing.
50 quid.
50 quid. I think it comes with 2 or 3 little ornaments as well that you can put on the tree, like an axe and stuff like that.
There'll be an army of our viewers, I'm sure, who have little old grannies who could knit one of those. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, easily.
You could knit one of those.
But it's got the little bag, Pete, with the A24 logo on it and stuff.
Write that on. I've got marker pens.
Yeah.
No. Do you know what it reminds us of? You might be too young, although you still live with your parents, so your mum and dad might have one of these. Yeah. But back in the day, my gran used to have something that looked like that you used to put on the toilet rolls to hide that you had unsightly toilet rolls in your bathroom. Did you ever see them?
Like a toilet roll cozy or something?
Yeah. But it was always shaped like a little lady or something like that. Oh, very weird. Don't know what the hell that was all about. But yeah, it was a big thing. But you could get that and you could stick on your toilet rolls. Anyway, moving on.
Interesting. Yeah. Trailers. We're flying through this episode, Pete. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So you have a chance to watch this?
I did.
Yeah. So this is we got a new trailer for Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
No, it's not Silent Hill 2. Silent
3.
Hill. Return to Silent Hill. Yeah. So what you think of the look of this? Very, very accurate to the game, I think.
I really liked it. I thought it looked interesting. I feel like I've seen it. I feel like we've been talking about this for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Or iterations of Silent Hill. For me, all of the different animated game stuff's all melding into one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this looked interesting, and it piqued my curiosity, shall we say. It's quite freaky. I have a thing for the nurses, as you know. But yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I think this could be quite cool. Cool.
My initial impression of this from like other, like I think there was a teaser trailer and some of the like early photos of it were like, But Silent Hill 2 is an incredible storyline. And I think this is adapted it quite faithfully. I love seeing that the composer from the game is there. Like hearing that theme song is really iconic if you played the game. So I'm excited to see that. I think the visuals look great. I just have a lot of nostalgia for like the horn kind of blasting and the like other worlds seeping through, and we're getting all that in this. Pyramids heads here, the nurses are here. So this could go wildly one way or the other. I don't think it's going to be it's either going to be shit or it's going to be pretty good. So I'm rooting for it. And like I didn't know it was Cineverse, so they did the Terrifier and they're doing something on Deadly Night.
Okay, so it could be quite graphic then. Could be quite
possibly
bloody.
There is a pretty graphic sequence with Pyramid Head in the game that I'm curious if they'll adapt. But seeing it it's them, I think they probably will now.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it's a great source material if they do it right. Some really great twists and turns to the story. Some really good character work as well. So like this has a potential to be something really good.
Excellent. I stuck this slide in. I've sat through this today. Have you seen this yet?
No, I remember wanting to see it and hearing it was shit and then not watching it. So like, what did you think?
Dog shit.
Dog shit. Yeah.
Blumhouse. I always had it in my head that they do great stuff, but I kind of feel like more and more often I'm watching their films and getting excited thinking, oh, it's a Blumhouse, and then thinking, what the heck? This is naff. This was really just a very strange film. Interested if anyone in the chat has seen this and what they thought of it. It's basically a story about grief and about suicide, really, is what I took away from it. About a lady whose husband is killed in a car accident. She's got 2 children. And the entire premise of it is about her struggling and battling with the desire to commit suicide. You get about an hour's worth of that, of her being violent to her kids and snapping at people, and the woman in black sitting getting closer to the house and stuff. Yeah. Then it just goes batshit crazy, and you've got mirror universes, flashbacks in time, her becoming the woman in black becoming her. I not a clue what was going on. It's almost like they had a cohesive movie, and then at the end they just thought, you know what, we've got half an hour left, let's just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Yeah. I thought I understood what was going on, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. It's a mirror universe, and the woman in black is the mirror mother, and she's abducted her other kid or something. I don't know. But it wasn't. And then at the end, it kind of turns out, or my understanding of it is, the woman in black is basically her trying to help her make the decision to end her life. And it gets very bleak. So at the end, the woman in black is sat with her and she's got a shotgun to her head. And it ends where she absorbs the woman in black and decides not to go through with it and is reunited with her children and everything's happy and all the rest of it. Okay. And then the last scene is you see a painting that she's done and it's inverted. So it's the mirror universe. So you think she did kill herself because she thinks her kids are going to be better off without her? I don't know. I don't understand.
It turned my head, man, to be honest.
Yeah,
some of it,
I kind of got to the end of it and thought, nah. It was all right, but it's one of these ones that I think is meant to have some kind of deep and meaningful, and I just didn't get it.
Right.
If what the story was about is what I've taken from it, which is some woman in a car crash decides that her kids would be better off without her, so she shoots herself in the head. That's a pretty shitty, bleak story.
Yeah.
Not a laugh a minute. Not a laugh a minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Ash is saying he didn't mind it, but it wasn't great. Did you understand what the end was then, Ash? Did you understand? Did she kill herself? Is that why we got the mirror with a painting at the end or something? Oh, I don't know. But there you go. That's my review of The Woman in the Yard.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great, to be honest.
No.
What is great, though, Peter, is Welcome to Derry. So we are 4 episodes in. The 5th episode is tonight, going to be presumably Pennywise's big return. He's been teased a little bit throughout it. We got kind of the best shot here on the bottom right is from the latest episode, where he's staring at the house. And I just thought that was great. You know, it was one of those great, like, kind of someone looking through a thing, and then you go and you see it, you're like, oh, shit.
It was a bit Friday the 13th. Halloween, wasn't it?
Very Halloween. Very Michael Myers, definitely, yeah. Just what overall, what have been your thoughts on the show so far?
Loving it. I think it's absolutely great. I think the mix in just the right amount of horror, with decent special effects for me. And I'm loving it. The characters I'm enjoying. One of the kids is getting on me tripe a little bit, but for the main part, most of them are all right.
Which one?
Well, I hate her with the eyeballs. She needs to die.
Of course, yeah. Well, hang on. I was watching that episode and I texted you.
You did.
She, sets your one up. And I was like, oh, this little bitch needs to die, now. Yeah. And then I think 7 minutes later, I texted Justice is served.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough penance for the character,
yes, to be fair. Yeah, the eyeball thing was manky.
Horrific.
No, the kid I'm not a fan of is the one with his back to her there with the kind of the plate.
Oh, the little Cuban kid.
Yeah. Not loving him.
He's just lying about shit all the time, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, no, sorry. That sounds awful. I don't mean in terms of... I mean in terms of his acting ability and stuff like that. He's just not hitting the spot for me.
Okay.
I would say this scene here in the graveyard, spectacular. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
felt very like Goosebumpsy or something
It did.
like that, you know, like it was kind of,
It
but it
did.
was cool. I was enjoying it, like the kind of spooky ghosts kind of chasing them. For me, like the standout, I think in terms of like I don't get scared much from watching, like especially shows. But I thought that sequence in the supermarket was terrifying. Of like the weird thing,
the
like kind of
jaws.
coming over the side of the shelving and all. And then she like kind of gets lost and is surrounded by the pickle jars and stuff. I just thought all of that was brilliant. But the eyeballs was just hard to watch.
Manky.
I think it was just
What are they? What is it? Just like slugs coming out of her eyes or something?
No, I think her eyeballs are just like changing shape and they're popping out, and then does saw and just like tries to saw them up. And then I just love the way it ends with it, she's standing over her with the knife or the chisel or whatever, and it looks like she's killed her. I was like, amazing, so good.
Ash just saying, I think this is the first time I didn't care for the main group in something like this. They do nothing for me.
So I like the main one a lot. Yeah. You know, the others I'm kind of not crazy about.
They're not the draw.
really.
It's not like watching the first It movie where I loved all the characters and that. I'm watching this for Pennywise. I'm enjoying the adult side of this more, to be honest.
100%. No, I think that the Shining stuff
Yeah.
is really cool in here. I think what the military is doing. I love the flashbacks. We got some flashbacks to like the 1908 storyline. I'm presuming that's where the third season is going to pick up from there. I thought all that was really cool as well. But yeah, no, I'm 100%. I'm more intrigued in the adult storyline in the military with the Native Americans and stuff like that.
I really appreciated as well the kind of the backstory to Pennywise. This is how he arrived. I know we knew that, but it fleshed it out. I thought.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of doesn't contradict, but I didn't understand was they're saying the shards of the star are kind of hurtful to Pennywise, but in the second movie he's happily dancing around the shards and stuff, so maybe something changes as time goes on. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure because like he can't pass by them, so he couldn't leave the forest, and then the forest is where Derry was built.
Yeah, but like I say, in the second movie, the final act is at the star. Do you know what I mean? He's in the star dancing around and stuff. So
I don't know. Maybe he breaks some spell or something. Like that, who knows? I'm sure we'll find out in the show. I'm sure. But yeah, like really, really been stellar, and of course, like you know, they've been. I think it's just kind of been officially said now that the back half is where he is. Like it's from next episode. I think I saw the blurb for the next episode. And they're going into the sewers, so I would guess that. Like,
I've not missed him, mind.
I think the show has been like all the horror stuff has been captivating enough, and I think it's just those perfect teases of the balloon floating in the background, or you know, like there's someone smiling or whatever. Like I think it's been teased, but I'm ready for him now.
Yeah,
you know, they've teased him enough. I'm excited to see Bill Skarsgård in the role, to see his dialogue, his performance. You know, because he's such an icon. Like it's so like I think like if there was never any Pennywise in this, I think the show would have still worked really well. But I'm so excited to see him back. Like it's gonna be great.
Very cool. Great series. Great series.
Predator Badlands. So again, we talked about this kind of last week on your channel, people. I just thought we'd go
Talked about this loads, surely, haven't we?
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on the actual film? Some people actually might watch this and not watch the other stuff.
Absolutely loved it. Really, really good film. Good fun. Lots of action. The humour didn't always work for me. It felt, I think the way I described it to you the last time was it felt very Disney. Do you know what I mean?
Marvel, Star Wars-y. Yeah.
And I think that's what I said. It feels like an episode of Star Wars, down to the fact that we've got kind of the weird monster sidekick and things like that alongside it. But that said, thoroughly enjoyed it. Great action. Love him as a character. Looking forward to seeing what they do with him going forward. And I think there's space for a kind of a more adult horror-based Predator movie line, like what happened with Prey, really, and this, which is a little bit more orientated towards the younger audience, action figures and toy lines and stuff like that. I thought it was cracking. I thought the special effects were great as well. Didn't have an issue with the CGI or anything.
Yeah, I think I would 100%. I got Star Wars vibes all over it. I would say it does feel like that. I think it was such a well realized world. Like the planet itself was just so cool, like to see him explore. I liked having a predator as an actual character who had dialogue and like a personality and motivations and stuff. I thought that was all great. I wasn't bothered by the kind of ragtag group kind of forming together. I enjoyed that element and I was surprised by that. But I get that, like, if you feel like that humor is a bit too frequent in things these days, that's fair enough as a criticism. But I was just really satisfied like watching it. I just really thoroughly loved it from start to finish.
I agree with Ash. It doesn't feel like a traditional Predator movie, but I don't think it's meant to. This is something different, and that's what I mean by, I think there is still space for your more adult Predator movies alongside this. This is very Disney, very, very, very Disney. But I can't see them doing a similar... Well, as much as I love, we talked about it earlier, as much as I love Alien Earth, they have tried to Disneyfy that a little bit at the end, I think. You know, the xenomorph becoming a kind of a pet and running around and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
fair.
You know,
where like that's the ragtag group with the alien buddy. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't think it would tone down in the same way this does.
Yeah,
you know, where you just take the humans out. And
I do think because for the aliens, what I was starting to get irritated by the child synthoids. I hope they grow up for the next one. I do think if this is all we get for the next, say, 5-10 years, a kind of a Disneyed Predator and potentially Disneyed aliens, I'll look back and think, oh, I want to go back to graphic alien being scared of a predator. This feels more, let's build a franchise on superhero Predator.
Yeah, like I very much came out of the feeling like they've kind of redefined what a Predator movie can be. And whether that's they go all in on that going forward, or this is like it could be a sub series or something like that. But we'll see. But like I'd be happy either way, to be honest, because I just enjoyed this as an action adventure movie so much.
To be fair, I was thinking about this when it first came out, and I don't think I ever actually articulated this, but there's a lot of people saying, oh, it's not Predator because Predator should be scary and monster, blah, blah, blah. This in reality is exactly what we had with Terminator, isn't it? First Terminator movies are horror. Then Terminator 2 Judgment Day would turn the main bad guy into the good guy. He's like, we're superhero, and Arnie builds the franchise on being, the nice robot.
And then they went crap.
They went dog shit.
Absolute shit after that.
Shit, yeah.
So is this our Terminator 2? Like, are we going to get a fucking shitty one? I hope not. I really trust Dan Trachtenberg because he's made an amazing, just like standard Predator movie with Prey. Yeah, he's made, I think, an amazing like animated thing, doing a whole new thing with it. And I think he's done an amazing like action adventure thing. So I feel like he knows what to do with this series.
I guess the scary thing will be the Disney execs, isn't it? Because they'll compare this to Prey, and whichever one made the most money
this
will
one
be
by
where
significant amounts.
Yeah,
this is made way
that's
more.
where they'll funnel the efforts in the future. So if this does really well, we'll not get more adult-based Predator movies. We'll get this, more and more of this. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But I think we had 2 Predator projects within a year, so I think there's they're happy to pump, and we'll probably get a show at some point as well. Yeah. So we'll see. Frankenstein. Hang on, sorry. Before we move on to this, I had a Shelby Oaks slide and it's disappeared on me. I did see Shelby Oaks. Ash was asking about it earlier.
Yeah. I think someone asked.
Yeah. I thought it was really good. I like the kind of the fuck. I can't believe I swore I put a slide in and it's just gone.
Useless.
Can't
I don't even know what Shelby Oaks is.
Shelby Oaks it's Chris Stuckman's movie. We talked about the trailer a while back, but it's follows a YouTuber. Group of YouTubers who go missing, and 3 of them turn up dead, and one of them is still missing. And 10 years later, follows the sister trying to find them. But I thought it was really cool. Chris Elliot's a famous YouTuber, movie reviewer, and it's nice to see like a movie reviewer, because when they make a movie, you have a lot on the line. Because if you talk shit about other people's movies, you need to make a good one yourself, and he did. It was a really cool, like interesting switch of genres. I think for a lot of it kind of starts as a mockumentary, and then it moves into like a normal movie. Then it kind of goes found footage for a little bit, but it flowed really well, I think, between those things. I thought the kind of main villainous presence was terrifying in it, and I thought it was genuinely scary for a lot of it. So like I would really really recommend people check it out. I thought it was great. Like,
Yeah. No, the one that you've mentioned to us before, and I fancy watching. To be honest, it sounded interesting.
And when you do get around to it, we'll watch it. We'll talk about it together.
Badlands has wider appeal to a larger audience. Yeah, I agree. Than regular movies, it's more likely to watch an action, adventure, sci-fi over a traditional Predator alien movie. Yeah, I agree. Sorrel, absolutely. Which is slightly my fear that Disney will hook into that and it will get that version of Predator, which I don't necessarily mind, but I do like Predator 1's still, I think, one of my favourites out of the entire franchise. Yeah. And I would hate to lose that level of horror / sci-fi violence. Anyway, Frankenstein. What did you think?
Frankenstein. So I watched this today. I know you watched it a few days ago.
Last week or so.
I loved it, man. I really, really thought it was great. Like, I just loved the kind of gothic vibes of it. It has kind of like a fairy tale feeling to it with a lot of the music. I thought Oscar Isaac was great in it. Jacob Elordi was amazing. I really love the structure of it, the way that it kind of, chapter 1 is kind of Victor Frankenstein stuff, and then we see this next part of the story from his perspective. And I love the framing of the story, where kind of the start and end is the kind of on the ship stuff, and then it's dark throughout the middle. Yeah, so the cast, incredible. Like the direction of it, Guillermo is on top form here. Like this I feel like could be like a quintessential adaptation of this story, I think.
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. I'm looking to the chat. I don't know if Sorrel's up on the lore of Frankenstein. There's been that many iterations of Frankenstein over the years. I'm not sure what is faithful and not faithful to the book. Yeah. I think this is pretty darn faithful.
I think so.
It reminds us a lot of Kenneth Branagh's version of Frankenstein from the 90s or whatever it was.
With De Niro?
Yeah, with De Niro. I don't really remember the bit about what you call him? I love him. He's in Django Unchained.
Christoph Waltz?
Yeah, I love him as an actor. He's phenomenal. Yeah. But I don't remember his character from previous iterations. I don't remember him dying and stuff.
Well, I think they streamline it in other versions where it's Frankenstein's just wealthy. Whereas in the book it is he has a benefactor, because it's Castle Frankenstein and stuff like that. I do the other part. Like, I love Charles Dance so much. And seeing him as the dad, I thought was just like great backstory and stuff as well.
Yeah, I love him.
But yeah, Christoph Waltz was great. I thought I was a bit miffed that he was gone pretty suddenly. I was just like, that's a shame. He's such a presence.
But I mean, it's worth saying the graphicness of some of this as well. I mean, when he picks him up and his brains are all over. It's superb. And I think it's interesting because people, I think, associate Frankenstein with that classic Universal monsters, green skin and bolts on the next, but in the book he's not like that. No. This is a more faithful rendition, which I liked.
That is his hair. Because he kind of gets it from one. He's bald in one scene, and then I assume it's supposed to be a time jump where he just like hair. Then I was like, did I miss him picking up a wig?
He's not scalping people.
No.
Yeah.
But like just Jacob Elordi, I thought early on when he's like kind of naked and bald and stuff, he's so elongated. He looks really like elongated and stuff. I thought he was great, kind of playing the monstrous kind of version. But then seeing the character evolve over the film, I also loved like David Bradley playing the kind of old blind man, and their kind of dynamic. I thought was great. It was shockingly violent at times. Like, I think even like the kind of cadaver stuff of like Frank Victor sawing off people's body parts and stuff like that, or when he's going to like the execution kind of lineup, and he's just like he's told he could just pick out somebody to take. Like, I was just like, this is fucked. Like it's got the gothic vibes to it. Like, it's got the kind of it feels very classic. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. In that kind of sense. So like I love this.
I mean, like I say, thoroughly enjoyed it. We're going to talk in a little bit, I guess, about monsters, and I can't get the name right. Would you call him
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo. I think based on this, I'd love to see him now do a take on a lot of the other classic monsters. So do as a Dracula, do as an Invisible Man or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That would be cool.
It's interesting because he kind of did a creature from the Black Lagoon movie with Shape of Water. So he sort of has done that. But I thought that's a great segue, moment, Peter.
I'm very skilled.
Very skilled. So we've had various versions of Frankenstein over the years. What would you say be your favorite one? Do you have one?
No, because they're all so different. But what I would say, one that sticks out in my mind a lot is I really enjoy. Did you ever see a series called Penny Dreadful?
Yeah.
The version of Frankenstein, and that was similar to what we've just seen. He's not a horrific creature. He's a crucified soul, really. You know, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that version of him. There's something different in every performance, I think. I did like, and again, it's pure Schultz, but I'm sure Sorrel and the guys in the chat will agree. I like the version of Frankenstein from Van Helsing. You know, just a fun take on him.
I fucking love Van Helsing so much.
Yeah, me too.
I love
Van
movie.
Helsing.
Yeah. We're
Criminally underrated movie.
Yeah, people are shouting it. We will. That's high up on the list of I'll be right backs. So we will do that at one point. I even have a thumbnail done for it and everything. So yeah, I love that version. I love that version of every monster that they do in that film. And I just wish that became like a big Pirates of the Caribbean style.
That should have been a huge franchise.
That's
do you
what
know what I mean?
it
really should
supposed
have.
to be Bond. Like, yeah.
But I loved the idea of the Vatican having this kind of monster hunting
agency,
all that.
like, or something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's gadgets. He has his little M and stuff. Like
Yeah, a lot of love
like,
for Van Helsing. Sorrels of Van Helsing. I knew Sorrel would like
stick
it.
that on soon. Might do that for January.
Agreed. Dracula should be next. Yeah, that'll be very cool. Very cool. Didn't he say he wanted to do a monster universe? That would be amazing if he did. Penny Dreadful, favourite version. Loved me Penny Dreadful. Did you watch that? Did you?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah,
really
I watched it for Eva Green because I love a bit of Eva Green. You know, but like, yeah, it was a cool one.
Van Helsing's the same appeal to me that Mummy has. Action adventure version of classic. Yeah, I think that's fair, Sorrel.
That makes sense.
That's fair.
But yeah, so like, it's interesting because for me, whenever I talk about like Dracula, Frankenstein, the Mummy, or something like that, even though this movie has nothing to do with Universal monsters, I just associate it's the Universal monsters, even though you have drastically different interpretations of it. But like when I think Frankenstein, it is bolts in the neck, green face kind of look that I go for. Do you have a favorite one? Who would you say would be your favorite out of all these?
It's like picking your favorite child, isn't it?
It's hard, isn't it?
I am a big fan. Well, had you asked us this a couple of months back, I would have gone straight to the Mummy. I love a classic Mummy, and that's probably because I remember Abbott and Costello meeting the Mummy and things like that. They were my favourites. Wolfman, love a bit of, but I'm a big vampire. All of them, James. All of them is what I'm saying. But at the moment, because of the Universal Monsters comic book line, I'm really into the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
I just think, perhaps not. I can't remember much about the classic Universal Monsters movie, but again, a film that I think is tragically underrated. Big fan of Kevin Bacon in Hollow Man. I think Hollow Man is a cracking movie. Although it seems to be shat on, and Kevin Bacon hates it, so I don't know why, but I thought it was a great movie, and I absolutely loved the Invisible Man we had a couple of years back.
One of my favorites of all time, I think. Yeah, phenomenal.
And then the current comic book is just knocking it out the park. So I would lean towards a good Invisible Man tale at the moment.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Really well portrayed. I know the movie is crap, but really well portrayed in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the film as well. I think there's a sequence where he's running and strips off and like splashes water in his face to like get the makeup on. I just thought that was really
If you read the comic.
I've read back when I was reading Watchmen, so 15 years ago, so I don't remember.
So
much more
I might be doing it a disservice, and I might be misremembering. So if anybody's read it, please tell us. But the original Invisible Man, I think, sexually assaults Mia in the comic, or does something in the comic, and Hyde literally rips him apart. And then when they go in, there's no body because he's invisible, but his blood becomes visible. So the room's just painted with his blood in it's just so cool. Effective. Really cool.
But like in terms of like kind of modern Universal monster stuff, Renfield, that is Universal as well, so that's like an actual Universal monster movie. Renfield's, but I feel like is really underrated.
Do you know what? I love all of them. Even the Tom Cruise Mummy, it's a decent flick. Again,
I think as an action adventure thing, it's fine. You know, like Dracula Untold is underrated, I think, as well. I enjoy that as an action adventure kind of thing.
Is that the one that gives you the backstory that Vlad the Impaler was actually at the crucifixion, and that's why he hates crosses? So I'm sure there's a backstory in that which says that the reason Dracula is revolted from crosses is because I think he was one of the people that nails Jesus to the cross or something like that.
I can't remember that. I've only saw it in the cinema once, but I
that
liked
might be that one. But there's certainly one of them I've seen that's got that kind of
That's a
thing.
clever
I love that.
for that, I feel like.
Love that.
Do you ever see the Benicio del Toro Wolfman?
Yeah. That's
a great one as well.
So Jack Nicholson?
No,
that's
Benicio del
Wolf.
Toro
No,
and
that's Wolf.
Wolf. You're thinking of, it's Hugo
Anthony
Weaving.
Hopkins. Is
Hopkins,
Anthony Hopkins? Yeah.
That one's great as well. Yeah, Wolfman from we have a review on the channel. Wolfman
that.
from early in the year. I enjoyed that as well. So like, yeah, I find it hard to dislike this genre of film, like this specific kind of area of horror movies. You know, like I just enjoy my
All very
classic
cool.
monsters. Yeah.
Sorrel saying hard to pick. He loves them all for different reasons. Bride is a great movie. He's always been down to Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, you love
Phantom of the Opera. I've been seeing a lot of clips lately of the show, the Broadway show.
I love the Broadway show.
I'm just like, I need to get out to see this.
The Broadway show is spectacular.
Yeah.
Absolutely spectacular. I love it. One of the first London shows I saw that. Me and the wife went to see it.
Really, yeah.
Renfield's one of my all-time favourites. Absolutely love Renfield. I mean, you know I'm a big Nick Cage fan, but I think Nick Cage is pitch perfect in that film. Absolutely love it. I could do without the Aqua Woman, what you call it, Aqua Phoenix. Don't like her.
I like Awkwafina. I think she's
nah. But the rest of it's great.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Dracula
Dracula 2000? Might be.
With Jared Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared Butler's Dracula. If you haven't seen 2000, please do.
Yeah.
I saw it, years ago. I can't remember who. It's someone noteworthy directed it. Can't remember. Was Patrick Lussier or someone like that?
Okay.
Not sure. We have a couple of upcoming ones that are like in production at the moment. The Bride is very soon. I feel like that's in a couple of months or something, like January.
I'm not sure that one. The trailer threw us completely.
That actually is Universal making that. And like like I said about I enjoyed about Frankenstein, it's classic. Whereas this is like a very weird take where there's sort of like a Bonnie and Clyde mobster kind of couple, and I'm not sure I'm into that. To be honest.
The trailer seemed very strange to me.
Yeah, I like because I've said this. I'm sure I've said this 100 times. My favorite my favorite kind of setting for these things is like Gothic London 1880s, kind of 19 to 1910. So I think this is one's going to the 40s or something, like with the mobsters and shit. So I'm just sort of like, that kind of turns me off. And then Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I am very, very excited about. I
don't think I've seen anything about that.
We've not. This literally all we have is this logo. It's filming now, so we should be getting probably a trailer. I'd imagine it'd be like September it'd be coming out, so I would think we get a trailer in March or something. But just like Evil Dead, Rise was so good. You know, him taking on a Universal monster thing, I think that's a match made in heaven. Or a proper horror one. And it's interesting to see Universal's like doing both the action adventure thing with the Brendan Fraser one, and then we're getting a horror movie as well. So excited. Is there like one in particular that you'd be excited? Like I think James Wan is doing Creature from the Black Lagoon movie. I think that was announced like last year, but there's been nothing on that. Is there like one you want to see a new version of? You'd be particularly excited about?
Quite frankly, I would want to see a kind of a Monster Squad / Van Helsing. I love all of these properties, but I am a bit of a sucker for a team up. I like seeing Dracula and Wolfman together.
Yes.
Kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
So I'd be up for something like that.
Yeah. Like a cinematic universe, and like it's a shame because they tried to do that with. They were doing it with the Mummy, the Tom Cruise one, the Dark Universe stuff. But yeah, I want to see them all cross over at a point. I'm curious if the Mummy's going to be modern day, like if that'll be like a Wolfman, Invisible Man thing, or if it's going to be like more classic kind of 40s or whatever, you know. We'll see. But like I think a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
We haven't had a Jekyll and Hyde for a while.
Modern day Jekyll and Hyde thing, I think would be really cool. I have been watching clips from the Broadway show. With David Hasselhoff, and I'm really enjoying his little back and forth thing that he does with that. Yeah. It's fun. That is the show. Oh god, we look terrible on the.
Why are you sitting in a ditch? What's happening?
We are also sorry, Fuzzy. Is Fuzzy here?
No, Fuzzy's not here. Fuzzy's not. He's abandoned. One on Sunday.
He doesn't like. I think it's where Shills now going on the shorts. So that's
good stuff.
everything. That is another show done.
Excellent. Just around an hour, which is perfect. I'm not liking the sideways view, mind, that I can see my massive heat filling the entire thing. That's horrendous. Yeah. Listen, thank you very much to everybody that's watched. We've got lots of exciting content out over on I can't speak. One Good Scare, so please go check it out. Video coming out hopefully soon of our review of It.
Yeah, Friday. That will be. I'll be back on Ish 2017, and then we'll probably have a couple of like clips from the live shows over the next week or so. I'm gonna be away for about a week. So yeah, so there'll still be stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Lots to watch out for on the channel. We do appreciate your support, but for now, that's the wrong channel. For now, we're done. James, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Well, Peter, it's not Halloween anymore, but I still think everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Everyone's